Hello friends, welcome to my channel once again. Today I'm going to share with you a Banoffee cake recipe, which is actually a banana cake with the little spices added to it. As with all the other banana recipes, I would suggest that you use overripe bananas for this recipe, as overripe bananas gives the richest flavor to any recipe that you make with them. For the cake batter, you can use either entirely butter for this cake or butter and oil combination. In a bowl, combine the caster sugar, oil and butter and whisk till smooth, light and fluffy. What you have to do is to beat the batter till the sugar granules have almost completely dissolved and the batter has also lightened in color and the volume had subsequently increased too. Caramel goes very well with any banana recipe. For the caramel syrup, I have used normal granulated sugar and a teaspoon of water, and lastly added a teaspoon of lemon juice. The addition of lemon juice will prevent forming crystals. Turn off the gas when the caramel turns a reddish brown color. If the sugar syrup is overcooked, it will turn bitter. For this Banoffee cake, I have used a regular cake recipe which uses eggs. Let me share a small tip with you here. Instead of breaking the eggs and adding them directly to the cake batter, I would suggest that you break each of the eggs in a small bowl separately and then add it to the main batter. Let me tell you how this is going to help you. It might happen that you break open a rotten egg. So if you use a separate bowl, the egg can be easily discarded. Secondly, while cracking an egg, some of the shells might get mixed with the egg. So using this method, it will prevent the eggshells from getting mixed to the main batter. After mixing all the wet ingredients, including the mashed banana, it's time to add the dry ingredients. Always sift the dry ingredients before adding them to the wet ingredients. I have used a 2-inch piece cinnamon for this mixture. You can see that I have grated the cinnamon with a grater and added it to the mixture, but there are other easier ways to do it too. If you use regular granulated sugar for this mixture instead of caster sugar, what you can do that you can add the cinnamon pieces in a grinder with the sugar and powder it so that you don't need to grate it separately. Along with the cinnamon, I have used vanilla essence too. Let me share a second tip with you. While making a cake which has fruit or fruit juice in it, you don't need to add additional milk or water in it. The addition of any kind of extra liquid will only make the cake soggy and won't let it achieve the right volume which is required of it. I have used a whipped cream frosting for this cake since the customer who had ordered this cake wanted a whipped cream frosting. However, you can always use a buttercream frosting for this Banoffee cake. Whip the cream till it forms soft peaks, but it should be stiff enough. For the filling, I have used normal ripe bananas. This needn't be overripe, since this would be used between the cake layers. Slice the banana into even pieces. And the caramel sauce that I had earlier made, I'll take some of it in a karai and place the banana slices in it. Cook the banana slices in the caramel syrup for 7 to 8 minutes till the caramel thickens. I have taken a half a cup of water and added 1 teaspoon of corn flour to it, made a slurry and added it to the caramel syrup to make it a little bit thickened like a sauce. For this cake, I have used a 10 inches cake base. Apply a little frosting on the cake base and place the cake layers. For the sugar syrup, I have used caramelized sugar syrup. Apply frosting, whatever frosting you are using, be it buttercream or whipped cream. Apply it evenly on each of the layers. Since this cake requires a semi-liquid feeling inside it, so what we are going to do, we are going to take some of the whipped cream in an icing bag and create a dam. Like this dam is going to prevent the filling from oozing out of the cake. Place the caramelized bananas and the caramel syrup between the cake layers and within the dam. And repeat the same process with each of the cake layers till all is done. After the stacking and filling of the cake is done entirely, crumb coat the entire cake with the whipped cream or buttercream, whichever you are using. And refrigerate the cake for about 10 to 15 minutes or till the frosting is firm enough. If you are using a frosted cake for any purpose, do not skip the crumb coating part. It's very important to hold the crumbs back and also prevents the cake from drying out while it's being refrigerated. For the final frosting of the cake, I have used a neutral color as was demanded by the customer herself. For the piping part, I have used a little bit of darker color. Fill a piping bag with the frosting and add a nozzle of your choice and pipe designs on the cake. I made a simple spiral design all along the edge of the cake so as to create a dam for the filling that I am going to pour in the center of the cake. I have filled the center of the cake with the caramel sauce which I had prepared earlier and decorated it with the sliced bananas as well. I finished off decorating the cake by throwing in a handful of golden sprinkles. Do like, comment and share the video with your friends. Thank you from the bottom of my heart for watching the video. Have a great weekend ahead.